even 2019. Things were starting to get pretty chippy between them two, and that's just the competitive nature. I love to see that, and that's just hockey right there. And I want to bring in Nico Cardarelli, because Nico, you've been here the entire weekend. First and foremost, Nico, how you feeling? You tired?
You know, you'd think I would be exhausted at this point, but I don't know if I'm just running on fumes or adrenaline. I actually feel pretty pumped up for these next two games.
And we have the Ibu and the Eclipse coming up next, and I know Nico's just been pulled away as we have been at this tournament. It's just great. People come up, chat with you. Very open conversations just being had here all the way around.
It's an ever-flowing broadcast. That's what it is.
Sorry, it really is. That's the beauty of this tournament, though. People just coming up saying hi, spilling the details, whatever. But Nico, I want to maybe can you give us a little bit of background on the Eclipse and the Ibu? Because yesterday, both these teams losing and obviously coming in right now to the bronze medal game. Anything stand out to you between those two teams yesterday?
Yeah, you know, both of these teams have really battled hard all weekend, and it's been a tough matchup for the Ibu and the Eclipse, especially when you compare them to the two top dogs in this division, in the Ice Owls and the Ice Dogs. But I think there's a lot that both the Ibu and the Eclipse can be proud of. You know, the play for the Eclipse of Tristan Lindberg has been absolutely outstanding here this weekend, and both the father-son combo of Curtis Ruddle, James the senior, Curtis the son. I know it's been a really special weekend for them to play together. This is Curtis's first time in the Open Division after graduating from the Children and Youth Division, and I've been so impressed with his play. He's strong out there. He's not getting pushed off the puck. One other player to key in on for the Eclipse, Paralympian Megan Mahan. She scored a beautiful goal yesterday, and I expect her to have a big game here again today. Now, if we're keying in on the Ibu, it's been a tough tournament for them, no question about it, but they've got some big players on their team. National team standout Anthony Chula and former tournament MVP Graham Foxcroft. Those two have really been the catalyst on offense for that Ibu squad, and I know that they're going to really want to click out there to get the win here in the bronze medal.
Nico, I have to ask you, how do you come up with these nicknames? Is it natural? Is it on the spot? Do you think about this before you go to bed at night?
Yes, I go to bed dreaming about nicknames. No. You know what? It's kind of, I guess, a natural mix. Whatever kind of sounds good to the ear, but flows as well. And then I got to give our blind hockey community a ton of credit. Wyatt Harvey especially. Wyatt Harvey, former national team player. He has this ability to come up with these amazing nicknames. So while I would love to take credit for the Minister of Defense, Tristan Lindberg, it was actually Wyatt Harvey that came up with that. And all weekend we've been getting great comments on the live chat thread through YouTube with people suggesting different nicknames, and I'm always open to suggestions for that stuff, so it's been great.
I love that. I love the interaction with the community. I feel like a nickname has to come natural, though. It has to come natural. I mean, you can brainstorm all you want, but sometimes it just doesn't fit.
And that's totally it, Jeff. You want something that naturally flows with the player, their style of play. So when we key in on Tristan Lindberg, actually this tournament he's playing forward, so we've actually given him a new name. Mike Ross gets credit for this one, Blistering Tristan, because he's been so hot playing forward. But on the national team, he is a lockdown defender. You cannot get around him. And of course, his debut was in Ottawa. So to us, it was only natural to call him the Minister of Defense.
Yeah, no, I love that. That might be my favorite nickname, or yeehaw you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to get too far, but I'm looking forward to your call when Yeehaw, the Wayne Gretzky of blind hockey, scores a goal or two. So.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been saying yeehaw, you-haw quite a lot this weekend. And hey, don't discount his goaltender, Joey the Wall Cabral, because Joey truly has been a wall this weekend. He has hardly let anything by him. This is maybe the most impressive performance I've ever seen from Joey Cabral.
That's awesome. Great to hear. And Nico, also, just one more question before we throw it over to you, because I know the players are getting set for some hockey here. It's been a while since we were able, or at least we've been able to broadcast at a live event like this. For our audience, Is there anybody that's really stuck out to you as an up-and-comer or somebody who's kind of surprised you at this tournament that we'll be seeing either in the bronze or the gold medal game?
You know what, Jeff? That's a phenomenal question, and I think the biggest standout for me actually comes from Finland in Jukka Pulkkinen. The frozen dog, as his nickname is back home, Pulkkinen has been a tremendous player, and the way he has clicked on a line with Kelly Serbu and at times with Chaz Mizoraka, and blind hockey fans may think to themselves, Mizoraka, I've heard that name before. It's been a few years since he was in the tournament, but Chaz has come back and not missed a beat. He has looked so good here this weekend. So I think between Mizoraka and Pulkkinen, those are probably two players that the really in-tune fans might not be as familiar with, but they're going to make an impact on that gold medal game.
Looking forward to hearing your call and looking forward to seeing those players in action. And I'm told that we have Mike Ross as well joining us. And I know he's been here for pretty much the entire tournament, obviously coming up with nicknames such as Blister and Tristan. But I know he's just putting his headset on now. I know the players are getting set to go. We're just under a minute away from puck drop, but I do want to throw things over to Nico in just a second. But Mike Ross the boss? Okay. Nickname? I like that. Just before we throw it over to you guys officially, Rossi, I know you've been here the entire tournament. Any players stick out to you? Any observations that have stuck out to you so far?
Yeah, I mean, to me, number one is just the overall skating that we've seen has been tremendous. I think back to the first tournament I ever attended here, 6 years ago, and the talent level has really gone through the roof. So it's great to see that the game is growing. More people are playing it. Kids are playing it, which means it's only going to get better because these kids are starting. They're starting at a very young age rather than starting it in their teens, 20s, 30s, whichever. As far as sort of individuals, yesterday was kind of interesting. It was getting a little testier, a little more intense. Kelly Serbu, look at you. He was mixing it up a little bit in his game, but the goaltending has been tremendous. The goaltending's been awesome. Yeah. Cabral, Weber have just made some amazing saves. Not to take anything away from other goalies, but those two guys really stand out, and it just makes sense that they're the ones that are going to face off against each other in the final.
Looking forward to it, and guys, we're just about ready to puck drop, so Nico, I'll throw it over to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff, Cam, Brock, and the rest of the AMI crew. Welcome into the video live stream broadcast. Of course, the audio broadcast brought to you by AMI Audio. The video broadcast brought to you by Parasport TV. And here we go. It's just about puck drop time for the bronze medal game here at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. My name's Nico Cardarelli, providing the play-by-play commentary. Very excited to have Mike Ross, PA announcer for the Toronto Maple Leafs, AMI contributor, and just an overall good guy back in the booth with me here providing color commentary. Let's get it going. It's the Eclipse in black, the blue in yellow, and we're underway with the opening puck drop. Starting goaltenders in this game for the Eclipse, it's Dave Brown. We're getting some feedback here through. That might be through one of our phones.
One of the phones, wasn't it?
I'll take the blame for that one.
Engineer Sam over there just glaring down. Guys, turn the phone off.
Hey, at least we know the audio's working here. The Abu get the puck in deep, and it's going to be Brian Mackey tracking back to get it for the Eclipse. Starting goaltender for the Eclipse is Francis Minella. It's all through. As Tristan Lindbergh, blistering Tristan, a.k.a. the Minister of Defense, up there with the puck. But that time it's shielded away, and the Abu will try clear the zone. Nice job by Joe Zylak there. Zylak wearing number 14. Carries the puck ahead for the Ibu, but that time stripped away by Lindbergh, who's celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, Tristan. Hopefully you can celebrate with a bronze medal win. As the Ibu secure the puck through the neutral zone. Graham Foxcroft stick handling it in, but Joe Fernazier, who put up 4 goals in their early game yesterday, wheels out along the near side boards. Fernazier, he's got room to skate and he's got support with him. It's Jan Gobet there along with Brandon Lyons, but they can't get the puck over cleanly. And now the Blue will try clear the zone as Griffith gets it across the line. The Blue bring the puck in. Foxcroft shoots. That one just goes over top the net, a little high over the bar, as the Eclipse start to wheel out, led by Jan Gobet. He's got Fornazier with him. They're both very quick as Fornazier rips one in. That one just went wide on the near post. Foxcroft picks it up off the half wall inside his own zone. Makes the pass ahead. Quick return to Foxcroft, as dishing it off there was Brian Cowie. Foxcroft battling in the corner against Gobet. Gobet able to slash it free, but it quickly pops back to Foxcroft. There's the buzzer for a good, clean pass. So watch for Yellow to try get a shooting opportunity, as Gianna Griffith does well to hold the zone, but on the second effort, the Eclipse are able to clear it out. Only for a moment as Anthony Chula takes advantage now. He needs to make a clean pass, and with no other Yellow jerseys in the zone, he'll just dump it in and peel off for a change. Secured along the boards by Michel Lapierre. And now it's Fornazier across the line. Kicked it forward to Ruddle, but they're just offside. 3 minutes gone here in the opening period.
Already you get a sense that these teams are ready to go. The scheduling of this game here being at 11:30, I believe the earliest that some of these teams may have played over this weekend, because yesterday there were a couple of early games, but watching these guys, they're ready, they're awake. I wonder what the night was like for them, just sort of thinking about it. How was their sleep last night in getting prepared for this? But they look ready, the goaltenders look ready, and so far it's a bit of a chess match, if you will, sort of feeling each other out a little bit. Shots coming mostly from the perimeter, nothing really inside yet. So we'll see how this game progresses, and if one team manages to sort of start taking a little bit of an advantage, a little bit of a step forward in it.
Well, folks, we're working through some technical snafus, as we do have AMI audio back on board today, and they're going to be controlling all the audio aspects. So while we get the levels all sorted out, we apologize if I'm coming through a little hot. We will get that resolved, as the referees on ice level resolve some issues with the coaching staffs. Head coaches for these teams: Brock Carrington for the Ebru, Jeff Streetcar, head coach for the Eclipse. Referees checking in with the goaltenders to ensure that they can hear the pass buzzer. I believe that's the issue here.
I wonder if it's a question of maybe using a different indicator than they've used at other games in this tournament, or if they're just checking to see about the audio levels and whether they can really discern that sound, if they can hear that sound in the arena this morning.
Well, we resume play here with 15:38 remaining in the first period of play of this bronze medal game at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. As the Ebru with Marty Dufour clear the puck up the ice, but it's quickly scooped up here by Megan Mahan. Mahan stick handling out for the Eclipse, chips it ahead, intended for Alain Reynaud, but just got off from his range, and now it's picked up by Lindbergh inside his own blue line. He wheels out along the near boards, being checked closely by Julien Blais. Lindbergh tries the drop pass, initially broken up. Mahan tries to feed it back to Lindbergh. As we're getting some great comments coming in on the live chat thread. Keep them coming. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on, and we'll give you some shout-outs, just like Vince Ryan, we miss you too, buddy, and Antti Latika, who's tuning in from Finland. And of course, he'll be cheering on Pulkkinen and Koko in the gold medal game a little bit later today. Loose puck secured now by the Ebru. Dufour tries to feed ahead for Chula. That's intercepted by Fornazier. He's got room to wheel on the near wing. Takes it in. Tries to chip it over to Lindbergh. Defended nicely on the back. Check by Chula. And then smart stick handling there by Chula to back up before going forward. Makes the pass ahead for Foxcroft. He's at the near side faceoff dot. Centers in front. Oh, what a play by the Minister of Defense. Tying up the stick of Chula. He continues to jam. And it's in! Anthony Chula rewarded for his no-quit effort. He bangs away at it, and the Abu take a 1-0 lead.
It was a great feed out to the front of the net, rather. And Chula just not quitting on that puck. He just sort of sat there in the crease. It's a little surprised, given some of the quick whistles that we've seen in this tournament, that they were allowed to keep sort of banging away at it. But they do, and Anthony Chula, who he's just been itching to get on the scoreboard. It's a name that we're so used to hearing time and time again. Good for him getting on the board here. 1-0 for the Ibu. 13:20 left in the first.
I was talking to Anthony a little bit last night, and he was saying, it's been a tough tournament for the Ibu, but they still feel good, and he really was fired up to get the win here in the bronze medal. And so far, Chula opens up the scoring and puts the Ibu in front with 13 minutes remaining in the first, as the team in yellow, going right to left across your screen, lead 1-0. The Eclipse fired out across center ice. Foot race. A bit of a collision there as Fornazier nearly got bodied into the turnbuckle, but he seems to be okay there. And now quickly the Eclipse bring it into the zone, led by Gobet. Foxcroft backhands it to the line, but not past James the Train Ruddle. He takes a shot. That one hits Lyons in front, but the Eclipse able to hold the zone for the time being. As now it's secured by Julien Blais. He goes cross ice as Joe Zylak comes off the bench and collects the loose puck. Zylak at the far side hash marks tries to drop for Dufour. The puck squirts all the way to the near side boards where James Ruddle will take possession. Ruddle sends it up the ice. John T. dropping down with his stick on the ice for the interception. And now here goes Julien Blais. A pass over to his Montreal Ibu teammate Marty Dufour from the far side hash mark. Centers in front, but what a back check by James the Train Ruddle. He chugged on back and got there just in time. As the Eclipse try bank it off the boards and out. Good work as it's now controlled by Fornazier. He's got Gobet with him along with Curtis Ruddle. Shot attempt gets blocked by John T. Centering pass. T kicks it off his own foot. The net off the peg, so we'll get a whistle and a stoppage with 11 and a half left in the period.
This game's picking up a little bit, Nico. I mean, it started off just a little bit sloppy. The passes weren't great. A lot of giveaways, especially in the neutral zone, so we were going a little bit back and forth. Not a lot of action for the goaltenders. But since we've seen that 1-0 goal scored by the Ibu, things are tightening up a little bit here defensively. Checks on the puck are happening a little bit more, and you're seeing better transition games. Though on that one there, early on in the play with the Ibu, it was unfortunate. They had a 2-on-1 and just couldn't make a connection on the pass. So no opportunity to make it 2-0.
But now they bring the puck into the offensive zone, led by Brian Cowie. Makes the pass to Chula. Couldn't settle down the rolling puck in time to get a clean shot. And then his centering pass got picked off. As here goes Tristan Lindbergh, the birthday boy, bringing it across the line. Drops for Christine Callaghy. Her shot just trickles wide. Lindbergh tries to bank it in from behind the net, but downtown Dave Brown, the goaltender for the Ibu, making a solid stop there. As Francis Manella starts this game for the Eclipse, Oliver Pye on the bench, and so far every game they've split them pretty much halfway through, so I'd expect that again. Mario Ross apparently a little bit under the weather as of yesterday, so that's why he has not returned to action since Friday. And Blinky, we miss you, buddy. I didn't get a chance to catch up with you in person, but we're thinking about you and hope you're doing well. As here goes Tristan Lindbergh. Trying to split the D. He gets through them, including the stick check of Butterfield. Now he makes the good pass. Mahan picking it up at the far side half wall. Griffith stepping into her play. As Gianna Griffith making a great defensive play. She's really impressed. Mahan receives the pass of the faceoff dot. Center's intended for Renault, but that one he just couldn't corral cleanly. Butterfield wheeling behind his own net, trying to break out on the far side. chips it up the boards as Julien Blais takes advantage of it. Makes the pass over to Marty Dufour. Zylak toes the line to stay onside. Nice work there by the Ibu. The pass gets a little bit away from Zylak, and now Gobet takes it with 9:20 remaining in the first period as the Ibu lead 1-0 over the Eclipse in this bronze medal game at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. Loose puck quickly slapped back into the zone as Butterfield and Brandon Joy back there defensively for the Ibu, but James Ruddle nearly picked it off. Gobet, backhander, Brown gets just enough of that with his blocker to keep it out. A big goalmouth scramble, and the Ibu able to chip it off the glass. And on a second effort, here goes Chula. Chula and Cowie going in on a 2-on-1. Anthony Chula to Brian Cowie, but he couldn't get his stick on the puck. There's the indicator for a good clean pass as Chula cycles it out through the top. Curtis Ruddle providing the defensive presence as Gobet gets it to the line, but not past Chula. Here he goes, skating through the slot area. A couple of sticks tie him up. Chula still trying to search for the puck, but nice work there by Jan Gobet to strip it away. Gobet and Curtis Ruddle leading the counterattack here as Gobet makes the pass into the zone. Covered tightly there by Foxcroft, and now it'll be picked up at center ice by Julien Blais. Blais, he's got the skills to pay the bills. What can he do with it here? Centers in front for Foxcroft. What a defensive play by Brian the Mack Truck Mackey to tie him up in front.
You're really starting to see the pace pick up in this game. End-to-end action, great passing, good defense. And I mean, names that jump out early on in this game, Blais certainly, Foxcroft certainly jumping off the page, but Chula for the Ibu, he's really standing out early in this game for the teams wearing those yellow jerseys today.
Yeah, Chula with the lone goal so far in this game, member of the Canadian National Blind Hockey Team, coming to us from British Columbia, and he's put his team in a good position here, but now they have to defend against Tristan Lindberg as he carries the puck into the far corner, trying to work his way around the near side. Nice defensive battle there as Normand Blais and Julien Blais come together to strip the puck away. No relation, by the way, just a great name. As it's now picked up by Zylak. He makes the pass over to Julien Blais. Trying to chip it in deep, but it will be secured here by Braden Lyons. As Lyons makes a good pass over to Lindberg. They try gain the zone, they do so onside. Lindberg, he's got Lyons going in front. He opts for the drop pass to Mahan. Her shot off the half wall, tipped in front by Lindberg. Good save there by downtown Dave Brown. As it's kept in at the point by Christine Callaghy. She makes the pass to Lindberg. He tries to skate through the high slot. Dufour got a stick to it. Back to the point. Callaghy shoots. Lindberg picks up the loose puck. What a play by Gianna Griffith. She is an anchor back there on the blue line for the Ibu as she tied up the stick of Lindberg in the slot. Shot from the point by Callaghy. Finds its way through a maze of players. And now it's played out through the far side boards where Michel Lapierre tried to hold the zone, but it's quickly knocked out by Marty Dufour. Lapierre quickly fires it back in with just over 6 minutes remaining in the first period of play in this bronze medal game where the Ibu lead the Eclipse 1-0 at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. Foxcroft, good wily move along the near side board, centers out front, but a good defensive play. Ensure that puck never got to Brian Cowie. Julien Blais cycling below the net. Centers in front. Cowie once again had his stick tied up. And then Ruddle gave him a little push there.
Yeah, and Cowie came back with a little bit of a slash to the back of the legs. It's getting a little chippy.
Oh, it's going to be tough to push James Ruddle around. James the train, he doesn't get off the tracks easily, but Brian Cowie, he's not going to back down from a challenge, that's for sure. As the two continue to go here, James Ruddle picking up the loose puck, turned over, Cowie makes a drop pass to Blais, shot, big block there by the Mack truck as Brian Mackey got his shin pad on that shot. Bodies crashing against the near boards, Foxcroft getting the worst of that exchange, and he's actually a little bit tied up. Hey, good play by Foxcroft from his backside to shoot the puck in deep. Mackey plays it off the boards for Fernandez, and he got crunched there. No call on the play as Butterfield stepped up and took the lane away. That was a real bang-bang play right there.
That's not the first big hit that Fornazier's had this weekend either, so he was laid out there for a few seconds, but is back at the bench, catching his breath. He'll be back.
Oh, no doubt about that. He is a tough customer. The whiz kid, as we like to call him, the youngest player on the Canadian national blind hockey team. Nice work there by the Paralympian Megan Mahan as she digs it out. Makes the pass to Gobet. They try center it now for Curtis Ruddle. Ruddle taking the shot. What a block by John T. as he sprawls out and made sure that shot never made it on net. Joe Zylak picks up the puck along the near wing in the offensive zone. 4 minutes remaining in the first period as the Ubu lead the Eclipse 1-0. The Ubu in yellow, they're pressing here. Marty Dufour, backhander right on. Big save by Francis Manella, and there's the whistle to blow it down in the crease.
They let that play go, right? I was wondering, were the Ubu going to get the opportunity to grab a loose puck there and put it in, but the officials whistle it down, and this is absolutely fantastic end-to-end action here. We're seeing some great passing. We're seeing a lot of shots on goal. It's exactly what you want. It's just a little bit of an appetite wetter before your gold medal game.
An appetizer before the main course. Here's a tasty play. What a delicious goal. Tristan Lindberg buries it after being set up by Joe Fornazier. And we're all tied up at 1 with 3 minutes remaining in the first.
Well, we said Fornazier would be back. He was indeed. So he takes the quick pass there near center ice from Lindberg. He gives it back to Lindberg, who beats Dave Brown low left corner. And just like that, we've got ourselves a tie game, 1-1 here with 2:40 left in the first period.
A big goal for the birthday boy. Tristan Lindberg ties the game here late in the first as we're all square 1-1 in this bronze medal game between the Boo and the Eclipse. As we're getting some great comments coming in on our live chat feed. Check it out. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on as Fornazier ripped that one just wide. We'll get to some viewer shout-outs in a moment. Fornazier with another shot, and that one dipped wide of the far post. Lindberg off the half wall. That one just ripped out in front as Curtis Ruddle tried to get a deflection. Nice play there by James Ruddle to hold the zone. Passes to Lindberg. Shoots. That one flies high and wide. Far corner. It's picked up by Fornazier. Shot right on. What a save by Dave Brown. Are you kidding me? Flashing the leather to Stonewall Tristan Lindberg on that shot. Well, we saw Catherine LeMay make a huge glove save in the low vision and development division. That one from Dave Brown almost as good as LeMay's. Nice work there by Chula to come up with the loose puck inside the attacking zone. Shielding it there from the defensive check. Zylak has it only for a moment as now Lindberg gets away with it. Lindberg splitting through the D. Nice back check there as both Normand Blais and Dustin Butterfield there to cut off the lane for Lindberg. Zylak makes the pass over to Chula. Shot, that one just missed near side as Manella didn't quite have the near post covered. Zylak settles it down at the far face-off dot. Chips it in front. Mackey gets a skate to it. And now it'll be picked up by Braden Lyons as we're inside the final minute of play in the first period. Good job by Christine Callaghy to feed it up to Tristan Lindberg. Callaghy trying to get in front for a loose pass. Lindberg delivers the pass. Callaghy's first shot attempt blocked. Lindberg gets it back to Callaghy. That one just goes wide. 35 seconds remaining in the first. Chula backhands it off the boards and out. Oh, the Eclipse get away with too many skaters on the ice. No call there. It was close. As Callaghy makes the pass to Gobet. 25 seconds remaining. Loose puck, it's bouncing around. Lyons tries to corral it. Oh, that one off the post as Gobet let it fly. 17 seconds. Gobet shoots it in front. Nothing doing. Mahan in a foot race with Marty Dufour. She gets there first. But now it's Dustin Butterfield trying to keep it pinned up along the boards. 5 seconds remaining. The Eclipse trying to get one more shot away. The shot attempt blocked as Julien Blais got in the way of the shot from Jan Gobet. And after the first period, Mike, we're all square, 1-1.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is what you want out of your bronze medal game, right? You want two teams that know there's still something to play for, and they show up ready to play for it. And we're seeing that right now. Good shots on goal at both ends, good saves at both ends, and just overall strong performance here early on. This game should be knotted up at once.
Yeah, it's been a certainly even matchup and a good contested game so far in the bronze medal. Let's get to a few of the viewer shoutouts here coming in on our live chat thread through the YouTube stream brought to you by Parasport TV, including one comment from Addison Lemon saying she's watching from Pittsburgh and cheering on Curtis Ruddle. Addison, thank you for chiming in through the live chat thread. Let's also give a shout out to one of the familiar faces that's not here this weekend, but he's watching from home. That's Joseph Del Grande and the whole Del Grande family. Had a chance to catch up with Joseph a little bit last night, and it was great to see him after a couple years of not being able to get together. And obviously we're missing the whole Del Grande clan. And lastly, I want to give a special shout out to Matt Shaw, who couldn't play in the tournament this weekend because he has welcomed his second child. He and his wife have welcomed their second child into the world. And as much as Matt wanted to be here with a newborn baby, he made the right decision to stay home and support the family. And Shawzy, we're missing you, buddy, but we hope you're doing well. And I look forward to catching up with all of our friends who couldn't quite make it here this weekend.
Let's see in this second period what we're going to get from the Ibu and from Anthony Chulia specifically, because he sort of went away as that period. It's like he got his goal and suddenly we weren't seeing as much of him. And it's not that they were shutting him down defensively. I just didn't see a lot of activity from him. And I know he's not going to be satisfied with just a one goal. So I'm anxious to see what else we're going to get from Anthony Chulia in this second period. We're going to see if we continue to see Joe Fornazier just roll along with Tristan Lindbergh here in the second, because that pair has just been absolutely phenomenal together. So we'll see how things go here in this second for them. And the goaltending, it has been pretty stellar so far. A lot of good saves. The goals, on one end, it was a goal scorer's goal, no doubt about it, off a great pass. Yep. The other end, I was a little surprised that we didn't get the whistle going as quickly as we have through the weekend. So I'm not going to hold that one against Francis, that's right, Manella, in goal for the Eclipse.
No, Manella has played so strong all weekend. In fact, he had a shutout coming in relief of Oliver Pye in one of the games yesterday, and Manella has really been strong in goal, and you certainly cannot fault him for that one where Chula just dug away, and eventually he was rewarded for it. As we get the second period of play underway, an early whistle here and an offside against the Eclipse. Mike, I think one of the things that has really stood out to me this weekend across all the divisions is the high-quality goaltending and how it's improved so much over the past few years.
Yeah, it really has. I think it's a testimony to a couple of things. Number one, I think you just have more players coming to the game at a younger age than we did, 5, 6, 7 years ago. So players that were starting out back then or have started out in the last couple of years, and you're just seeing people who've played goal at some point in their career deciding that, yeah, you know what, I want to give blind hockey a shot. Yeah. I'm ready to do it. They're encouraged by what they see out here. They're encouraged by the number of teams that are sprouting up across the country, and they say, you know what, why don't I give it a go? So from that goaltending standpoint, you're absolutely right, Nico. We've seen some great stuff here this weekend, both from the old reliables, but also some new names, new faces that we haven't seen in the past.
Yeah, Rory McDonald had a phenomenal performance all weekend in the child and youth division in goal. Oliver Pye, who used to play as a sighted goaltender before he lost his sight, has been great. A member of the Nova Scotia Sea Kings, and all the way from Lauren Weber and Joey the Wall Cabral down, we've gotten great goaltending. As here the net wrestled off its moorings, so we'll get the whistle. As we've got Anthony Chula in the box right now for a minor penalty. And Rossi, with the clock running down, they're 3-minute minors with the run clock.
Correct. So 3 minutes or less on the penalties. And this one's got just under 2.5 minutes left on it. 1-1 the score.
17:38 left here in the second period as we get set to drop the puck once again. Just a quick final change here for the Eclipse as we get back underway.
So with the play underway, we're getting some great comments on the live chat thread, one that I want to address shortly, but there's Curtis Ruddle with the shot, tipped by Lindbergh, and that one just redirected wide, but now we got a penalty on the play. Hooking the call. Is this going to be a 5-on-3? I think it's Butterfield going to the box.
I think it is.
Wow.
Yeah, Lindbergh just had that stick buried underneath his arm. There's not much he could do in close there. And with that, we're going to get a 5-on-3 for about a minute and a half. Once we get that puck dropped, there'll be about a minute and a half of 5-on-3 action.
I was talking to Dustin yesterday, and he said, I almost got through that national team showcase and celebrity game without taking a penalty. And then he goes, but you knew I had to take one at some point. And now he finds himself in the sin bin once again. So his team's shorthanded, but what an effort there from Julien Blais to clear that down the ice. So still a minute 15 of two-man power play advantage here, two-skater power play advantage for the Eclipse. But once again, the Abu cleared out through center ice. Christine Callaghy quickly takes it back into the zone. 1:05 remaining on the first penalty as she drops it to Lindbergh. Shot right on, that gets blocked by Foxcroft. Gutsy block, and a good job here by the Abu penalty killers. Lindbergh picks it up from behind his own net. The birthday boy wheeling out across center ice. Quick, he's got Fornazier with him. Makes the cross ice pass intended for Braden Lyons. He secures it now. Back to Callaghy. Christine Callaghy, her first shot gets blocked. Second attempt cleared down the ice by Julien Blais. 30 seconds remaining in the first penalty to Chula. As the puck banked into the offensive zone, James the Train Ruddle taking it at the far side half wall. He's got passing options, delivers a tape-to-tape pass to Fornazier, who shoots, and what a save by Dave Brown. That one goes off his helmet, so it'll get whistled down for player safety.
I just want to say something about the Eclipse uniforms. So they're dressed in black jerseys with white piping, white numbers. But they've got black pants, black socks, black skates.
Yep.
It looks cool. It really does. I mean, I know there's the pro teams and minor league teams that have tried doing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes just as like a one-off, and they haven't pulled it off. But these look phenomenal. They really do look good.
And wait till we get Oliver Pye in that, because he's got all black pads as well. It is such a sharp look. You're right, they are styling out there, and right now they're flying. The first penalty to Chula expired, and there's Chula behind the net digging away for the puck as he chips it up the boards. And now Brandon Joy will send it down the length of the ice. So just 50 seconds remaining in the minor penalty to Dustin Butterfield. As that pass attempt picked off, and this could be a shorthanded break. Foxcroft to Chula, shoots, he scores! Anthony Chula puts it in shorthanded, and the Abu regain the lead 2-1.
And that's the guy you want to see leading the charge for this team. Nice 2-on-1 action. He cuts away from the pack, probably about 3 strides away from the pack. And he makes no mistake as he puts it on the wrister, top left corner. No doubt about it for Chula. He gets the flyby by the bench to celebrate, gets the high five love there. And it's a 2-1 lead now for the Abu with 13:35 remaining in this second period.
Butterfield now out of the box, so we're back to even strength. 5-on-5 hockey, and how about the Abu? Not only did they kill off the 5-on-3, they add a short-handed goal to boot, and they lead this game 2-1. And here goes Foxcroft, who drew the assist on that goal by Chula, the second goal, clearing it up the ice. But Lindbergh battling against his numerical counterpart in Julien Blais in the near corner. Lindbergh chips it out front. Picked up now by Christine Callaghy. Across center ice, Christine, the scoring machine, splits the D. She needs to make a pass, finds Hélène Reynaud. Tries to get it back to Callaghy. Centers in front. Oh, that was nearly an own goal there as the defender in tight. That was Normand Blais, nearly chipped it in his own goal. Shot from the point by Lindbergh. Good save by Dave Brown. Christine Callaghy flips it over to Lindberg. Tristan Lindberg shoots! Another good butterfly save there by Dave Brown. Callaghy falling down makes a good pass over to Mahan in the far corner. 12 and a half minutes remaining in the second period. It's the bronze medal game here at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. The video live stream broadcast brought to you by Parasport TV. The audio broadcast brought to you by AMI Audio. As that shot from the point finds its way through the 5-hole. And the birthday boy, Tristan Lindberg, gets his second of the game to tie this at 2.
It doesn't need to be airborne 3 feet off the ice. That one was maybe just a few inches off the ice, just enough to fool the goaltender into not having that audio cue of the puck, and it dipped just at the last moment right into that 5-hole. Dave Brown, I don't think, really had a chance on that one just because it was lifted off the ice, and we're all tied up at 2 apiece. And that came after, as you pointed out, almost an own goal, where the Eclipse chipped it on net, and Norman Blais got it sort of caught between his stick and his skates. And he was trying to sweep it away and missed at it. Thankfully, Brown was there to almost sort of just kick it out just enough to take away the scoring chance.
You know, we talk about top goaltenders in blind hockey, and I'd be remiss if we didn't mention this last comment coming in on our live chat thread from Gary Steves, who is set to make his return to blind hockey here this year, and then unfortunately at the last minute was not able to attend the tournament. But Gary says, when talking about goalies improving, a big shout out to Joey Ali, the national team goalie coach, who has helped all the goalies across all the levels with fundamentals. That's a great point, Gary. And Gary, we miss you. I hope you're doing well, buddy, and I hope we can catch up soon. Shot by Jan Gobet, kicked away by Dave Brown. The rebound, sprawling save by downtown Dave Brown as he gets the paddle over to make the save on Curtis Ruddle. Keep the live chat comments coming in. We'll get to some more viewer shout-outs. There are a couple great ones I still got to get to here, including a new nickname for Curtis Ruddle, as that shot from Jan Gobet just gets blocked. Fornazier behind the net, settling down the rolling puck. He's got options at the point, cycles through the high slot, and then his shot attempt goes wide. He'll peel off for a change at the end of a shift. Brandon Joy with the initial interception, still digging away for it, and now it's Julien Blais to clear the zone for the Ebu. Brandon Joy, the Newfoundland Islanders product, clears it down the ice. Oh, the Eclipse once again getting away with some line changes there. They probably had, 7 players on the ice?
About 6 or 7 there, yeah.
So the referee's letting it go for the time being, and a big shout out to the GTHL for supplying us with phenomenal referees this tournament. And actually, I was talking to Peter Curtis a bit last night. He said, guys, you're doing such a great job with the broadcast. I don't know if you realize this. We're using the video from these tournaments to help train future blind hockey referees. Wow. I thought that was so cool for him to mention. As the Eclipse try to clear the zone, initially stood up, but then we get an offside with 9:15 left in the second.
I think on that line change, the reason there was no call was none of the players going off made contact with the puck. I wonder if that sort of plays into their criteria, that as long as you're getting mostly a clean change as far as puck possession goes, they're not gonna whistle you down for it. I think if it would have made contact with a player going off the ice, I think then you would have seen that play called whistle dead.
So we'll get the face-off just outside the Eclipse blue line with 8:45 remaining in the second, and a chance for us to acknowledge the comment from Perry Dallas on the live chat thread. He's cheering on the Eclipse, particularly cheering on James the Train and Curtis the Lightning Shuttle Ruddle. I love it. We got a new nickname for Junior, as the Train and the Lightning Shuttle doing good work out there for the Eclipse. But here come the Ebu, led by Anthony Chula. Chula across the blue line, tries to sauce it over to Dufour, but Megan Mahan tied him up well, and now Mahan clears it out through center ice. Lindberg in a foot race there. He gets to the puck ahead of Norman Blais. Lindberg drops it back. Shot attempt, that one just goes wide as it was Mahan letting it fly. Chula picks up the loose puck in the near corner, tries to clear the line as Callaghy holds it in. Her shot from the point right through the crease, but no one there in black to get a stick to it. Mahan plays it back to Callaghy. She does well to hold the zone. Christine Callaghy makes the pass to Tristan Lindberg. He's checked closely, tried to feed it over to Braden Lyons, but he was defended and the puck chopped down the ice, where the Mack truck, Brian Mackey, takes possession. Well, now he tries to get a too many skaters on the ice penalty, but nothing doing there on the boo as Fornazier fights through that crowd.
I really think that's what they're looking at right now. Nobody's playing the puck. Like even there was contact between a skate and the puck, but there was no play on the puck. I think that's what they're looking for.
I think you're right, Rossi, because even after the incidental contact there on the skate of Joe Zylak, he made a heads-up play not to touch the puck again, get off the ice, and ensure his team didn't get ticketed for the penalty. As we get an offside just outside the blue line with under 7 minutes remaining in the second.
I'm just thinking that from an interview standpoint, looking ahead to next year, I think it'd be worth sitting down with one of these officials, one of these senior officials, and just getting a little bit of a sense of what it's like to be an official in blind hockey, some of the differences that they have to work with, and some of the rules that they've had to adapt to, given the differences between traditional ice hockey and blind hockey.
It's a great point, Mike, and I think maybe sometimes we take for granted the referees we do have, because Peter Curtis, Sean Garrett, Dan Ricci. Oh, that one bounces towards the net. Still no indication. I think, well, it got past Dave Brown, and it looks like it's going to be a good goal. The referees have not signaled a goal, but it's going to count, and the Eclipse take a 3-2 lead with 6 minutes remaining in the period. I believe the goal will go to Jan Gobet.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Just sort of thrown on net, and we've said it before, right? Sometimes it's just that easy where you just throw it on. You don't know who it might hit on the way in, what might tip it on the way in. And that one just sort of went in about 4 different directions before finding its way through Dave Brown, and got ourselves a 3-2 lead now for the Eclipse.
Now, just to finish on that thought, guys like Sean Garrett, Peter Curtis, Dan Ricci, they've been refereeing blind hockey for almost 10 years now, since the first tournament we held here at the Mattamy Athletic Center in 2013. But yesterday we had 2 new officials, guys in their 20s trying it out, and Peter Curtis said, you know, they did a great job, but obviously they were a little nervous doing a new adaptation for the first time. Rossi, I think that's a great idea. We'll definitely have to shoot an interview with one of those guys next year, as we appreciate all their hard work, and of course the GTHL for supplying us with the referees. As here goes Christine Callaghy, blazing up the left wing, makes the pass ahead for Lindberg. He's got a clear path to the net, shoots and scores! Oh, popping bottles, and he's going to celebrate with a hat trick on his birthday. Lindberg with his 3rd of the game to make it 4-2 for the Eclipse.
Gianna Griffith sort of just looking to the heavens there, wondering, what do I got to do to stop this guy? Well, there's not much you can do to stop him when he gets the puck on his stick like that, and he just rifles it so quickly. It's on and off the stick, and not only does he go top shelf, but he went over the right shoulder, but on such an angle that it ends up then going into the right side of the net. So it goes in through the left side into the right side. It's just an incredible goal. Real strength on that shot.
No doubt about it. Lindberg, the birthday boy, his 5th goal of the tournament, his 3rd today. Oh, excuse me, that's Gobet's 5th of the tournament. I was going to say, I think Lindberg's got more than 5 at this point. Oh, there you go. 5th of the tournament for Lindberg, but he's got 3 of them today on his birthday. Blistering Tristan, as Mike Ross dubbed him yesterday. And Mike, he's still red hot here in the bronze medal game.
He sure is, yeah.
As the puck cleared out through center ice. Good defensive battle there, as shooting ahead was Lapierre, but now it finds its way onto the stick of Anthony Chula. Chula tries the drop pass for Foxcroft. James Ruddle gets in the way of that attempt. Foxcroft plays it behind the net, where Jan Gobet will take possession with 3:10 remaining in the second. Fornazier fights through the check of Brandon Joy, and now he's in a foot race here as Blade tries to cut him off, backhanded towards the net, off the post, but that one will not count with no clean pass.
No clean pass there. So you get yourself a face-off. And a 4-2 Eclipse lead, just under 2:45 left here in the second period. And you're getting a sense now, we talked about that first period sort of evening out. That has not been the case in this period. This is where the Eclipse really have started to pull away.
Joseph Del Grande and his family wishing Tristan a happy birthday, and a nice comment from Antti Latica, which I guess YouTube felt was inappropriate, but before they pulled it down, it was making a joke. Forget about the Minister of Defense, it's the Minister of End-to-End Offense, as Tristan has got a complete 200-foot game, and he's really motoring as he tracks the puck back inside his own defensive blue line. Lindbergh makes the pass over to Callaghy. Renault picks it off her stick. Renault backhands it into the zone for Mahan, as it's defended there by Zylak and then chopped down the ice by Brian Cowie. Brian's son, Sean Cowie, a longtime volunteer at Canadian Blind Hockey, on the bench coaching again this year. Good to see Sean once again. As Brian Cowie tracking back defensively and comes in for a key interception on that pass. 1:40 remaining in the second period of play. The Eclipse now up 4-2 over the Abu in this bronze medal game at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. Anthony Chula picks up the loose puck at center ice. He needs some support in the offensive zone. Tries the drop pass to Zylak, but Lindbergh was there for the interception. Mahan, she'll chip the puck in deep. Butterfield coming off the bench with speed. He'll track it back along the near boards and now wheel out behind his own net. 1:10 remaining in the second period. Julien Blais picks it up. They break out the near side. That puck just gets away from Foxcroft. I love that ponytail he's rocking. It's just such a great throwback. And Foxcroft, I hope you never cut your hair, buddy. It's been a couple years. Keep it going. Here goes Chula. Final minute of play in the period. Anthony Chula. We had a goaltending change I didn't notice, as Oliver Pye now in the net for the Eclipse. As that shot attempt from the point by Chula never made it through. Fornazier picks it up, 35 seconds remaining in the period. Joe Fornazier across the blue line makes the pass over to Curtis Ruddle, whose shot just went off the defensive stick of Normand Blais and wide. Fornazier tries to wrap it out front. Shot attempt, that's blocked by Chula, and now Butterfield tracks it into the far corner. Nice job by Butterfield to rip it down the ice. That's not going to have enough for icing, so with 10 seconds remaining in the period, that'll pretty much do it. Chula a little slow to get to the bench there. Hopefully nothing serious for the standout on the Abu. The final seconds tick off the clock, and after 2 periods of play, it's the Eclipse in black leading the Abu in yellow 4-2.
Well, what do the Abu have in them here for this third period, right? Because this is it.
Yeah.
This is the finish line. It's in sight here. And what do they have left in the tank? How much are they throwing at the Eclipse here? Down 2 goals with 1 period to go. And you know as well as I do that with that running time, it just rolls, right? It just rolls. And we've got an Abu player exiting the bench area, heading back to the dressing room right now.
Yeah, that's Dustin Butterfield, founder of the Central Alberta Bullseye, so hopefully nothing serious. Hopefully it's just an equipment issue with Butterfield, because they can ill afford to lose him on that blue line. But you're exactly right, Mike. It's go time for the Abu. They've got 1 period left here in the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament, and you know they're hungry to get the bronze medal, as their coach Brock Harrington chatting strategy at the bench right now. The Eclipse just trying to lock this down. Folks, keep the live chat thread comments coming in. Let us know who you're cheering on, where you're watching from. Just like Dr. Frank, who says he's cheering on Joe and the Eclipse. A great game so far. Great job by Nico and the Parasport TV crew. And Mike, you're going to love this. Frank loved your comment yesterday about Oliver Pye's number, how he should change it to 3.14, and he adds the 2 extra digits.
He did. I saw that.
We'll have to see if we can get that done.
Clearly more of a mathematician than I am, so I just remember 3.14.
Well,
there are people who, by the way, can rifle off the entire sequence. That's not me.
Don't me neither. And you know what? Let's give a big shout out to Dr. Frank. He has been on the front lines throughout the COVID pandemic. He has worked in some tough conditions at the hospital in Burlington, but he and all the healthcare professionals, all the emergency workers, first responders. They have been true heroes through the last couple years, and we thank them for their tireless efforts.
So here we go. 4-2 Eclipse starting off this third period.
Let's get it going. It's the Eclipse in black going left to right across your screen. The Abu in yellow skating right to left, and it's the Eclipse bringing the puck in right off the hop. Jan Gobet tries to center out front for Nazier there, but Griffith does a good job to tie up his stick and then rip it around the boards to clear the zone. Brian Mackey tries to fire it back in. Marty Dufour got a piece of it, and now it's controlled by Graham Foxcroft out through center ice. So some line shuffling going on now for the Ibu as they've split up Chula and Foxcroft for the time being. Zylak digging away for the puck against Callaghy, but it's Christine, the scoring machine, that comes away with it. Her pocket then picked by Graham Foxcroft. Penalty coming up here to the Eclipse, and there's the touch of the puck. It should be a hooking call, maybe a holding call. Hooking's going to be the call against Christine Callaghy, and she knows with the smile on her face she got caught for that one.
Absolutely. There's no denying it, given the fact that the player who she was hooking actually had that stick stuck on them for about 3 or 4 feet. So there was no denying that that was going to be called, and with that, let's see what the Ibu can do with a one-player advantage here for 3 minutes or less with just under 18:35 to go early on here in the third.
I was talking to Christine a little bit before the game here today, and she said she was feeling good, but she was just happy to be up here playing in the tournament again. Obviously, we're missing her sister, Vicky Vantarini, and their brother Daniel, who I learned is getting married in a couple months. So congratulations to Daniel and the Vantarini family, and it's so great to have Christine up here with her new family, her husband Rowan and their young child, and of course her dad, long-time volunteer and a familiar face here that we're happy to see once again at the tournament. As here go the Ibu on the power play. Chula at the far face-off dot. Nice job by James Ruddle to strip the puck away. 2.5 minutes remaining in the 3-minute minor. As Chula digging away for possession. Good job by Chula to use the body against Ruddle, but now it comes free to Lyons, and Braden Lyons carries it out through the neutral zone.
I think Ruddle doing a great job using his body to shield Chula from the puck and then spin off the boards and maintain control of that puck to get that cleared.
Lindbergh spinning off the boards behind the net. The Eclipse are short-handed, but they've got the puck in the offensive zone. The initial shot blocked. Ruddle sweeps it just wide as James the Train Ruddle with that shot attempt. Foxcroft picks it off in the near corner as Lyons thought about peeling off for a change, but he stays out there for the time being. In 1:40 remaining on the power play. Here goes Graham Foxcroft. He's got Julien Blais in the zone with him. Blais tries to pass it back to Foxcroft, who is dumped in the corner, and he can't believe there's no penalty called there. As now it's Braden Lyons that picks it up in front of his own bench. Griffith gets a stick in on him. 1:20 remaining on the power play for the Ibu. As they trail 4-2. Blade jumped off, no one came on. Now Zylak comes on the ice. Lindbergh tries to center it there for Lyons, but nice job by Brandon Joy to tie up the stick in the slot. Zylak catches the loose puck. 1 minute remaining on the power play. 16:25 left in the third period. He tried to get it over to Dufour, but it was broken up. And now here goes for Nazier. The whiz kid drops it back to Jan Gobet. Gobet shoots and scores! His 6th goal of the weekend, his 2nd today, and the 2nd short-handed goal of the game for the Eclipse as they take a 5-2 lead.
That one's tough on Dave Brown because he had tracked that puck. He was in position to make the save, but for one thing, the pad was just inside the goal line, and it comes in low, bounces off the bottom of his pad right near the skate, and just deflects inside the post. And with that, 5-2 now, with 15:35 left in the third.
We get a great comment coming in on our live chat thread on the Parasport TV live stream broadcast as Molly White says she's cheering on Gianna Griffith and Ibu from Boston, Massachusetts, and she says, so please be nice to the Bruins. Mike Ross is the PA announcer for the Maple Leafs. I don't know how nice he can be to the Bruins.
I can never be nice to the Bruins. Ever, ever, ever.
You and me both, but I will say we are pretty sweet to Brad Marchand because he is a great ambassador of Canadian blind hockey. As Leaf fans, we're not so nice to him, but he is great to our program here. As there's a centering pass, Fornazier rips it. What a save by downtown Dave Brown as Gobet found Fornazier all alone in front, but Brown got the blocker to the shot. Here goes Foxcroft. He's got Julien Blais with him, but Jan Gobet picks the pocket and clears it out across the ice.
In my 6 seasons with the Maple Leafs, I don't think there's a combination of names I've said more often than Pasternak, Marchand, and Bergeron. Honestly, those 3 names, probably the most of any trio I've announced as PA announcer for the Leafs.
So I got to ask you, does it bring you pain to have to say those names? We'll get your answer after this break here from the Eclipse. Ruddle just overskates it. So are you able to do it with a smile, or is it kind of gritting through your teeth?
It's absolutely painstakingly announce it time after time. And the worst thing is, I've got 2 little cousins who are very, very close to me who have sort of the French sort of compound names. So their names are Bergeron Marchand.
Oh, come on.
Mom and dad are Bergeron and Marchand. So, yeah, it really hurts to announce those guys as often as I've had to over the years, especially given their playoff success. But it is what it is.
Hopefully this year will be different for Leaf fans, as Oliver Pye making a good save on that shot from the point. And you'll get a good look at Pye in a second on the screen with those all black pads. My goodness, has he ever got a sharp setup with that black jersey?
Yeah, he looks phenomenal.
There's the goal announcement from Brian Floyd, PA voice of the North Bay Battalion, helping out again this weekend. Gobet gets the goal for Nazier with the assist. Chula, loose puck. He was waiting for the pass indicator. Nothing doing yet. Now he dishes off. There's the whistle as the shot from Blais deflected over top the net. Callaghan tries to clear the zone. Chula picks off that clearing attempt. Now he's got it around the blue line. Chula trying to evade the check of Fornazier. Takes him to the boards. Good stick work there by Fornazier and Lindberg. And here's a 3-on-1 break for the Eclipse. Lindberg receiving the pass. Drops it to Fornazier. Shoots. Oh, he squeaks it in. The whiz kid takes a bow as he celebrates. And he makes it 6-2 for the Eclipse.
Well, he should take a bow. There was barely any room for him to put that puck behind Dave Brown. That was just remarkable. He took that pass, and you know what? He was actually closer to the goal line than I thought he was. So he had even less room to thread the needle there and put it behind Dave Brown. But it looks like it went in sort of between maybe the pad and the blocker, maybe the pad and the paddle of his stick. It wasn't a very big hole that he had open to him. So congrats to Fornazier on that goal. That was a goal scorer's goal.
I don't know if he's been working on his equations with the protractor, but you're absolutely right. There was hardly any angle there to squeak it in, and Fornazier did find the little spot to make it a 6-2 game. Here goes Foxcroft. 11:35 remaining in the third period. He rims it around the far side boards, but it'll be the Eclipse that get to it first as Braden Lyons makes the go-ahead pass for Fornazier. Fornazier back to Lyons. Nice back check by Zylak. Gobet gets to the loose puck, chips in front, off the crossbar, and then it sits on the top of the net as Fornazier gets denied by the iron.
Fornazier's just throwing his hands up going, what do I have to do to get another goal here? That one was, it was one of those situations that we've seen happen maybe 2 or 3 times in this tournament this year, which is the puck gets up at just the right angle and either rolls off the bar and down back towards the goalie. In this case, it rolls and sits atop the net before being knocked off. But giving the goaltenders all kinds of fits, these rolling pucks through the air.
And of course, the puck is something that's always being worked on in terms of the engineering of it, trying to improve it and make it louder, but also safer, because when that hits you, it hurts.
Yeah.
As Callaghan chips the puck in deep. Keep the live chat thread comments coming. We get a great one coming in from Carly as she's cheering on Joe Zylak for the boo. She says, proud big sister of Joe Zylak. This kid watched me play high-level hockey his whole life, and it's amazing to be able to watch him from the audience in my retirement. Carly, thank you for tuning in and being here to support your brother Joe and Canadian blind hockey. As Anthony Chula digs the puck free, Julien Blais tries to flip it out front. Chula, there's the indicator of the good clean pass as he has it through the high slot. Backhander off of the skate of Mackey. Good save by Pye. Loose puck as Blais tries to wrap it in, but the Mack truck gets there and he parks himself on top of the puck. Julien Blais still continues to muscle his way to the net. He was so strong he actually pushed the net off its moorings.
So they're going to throw everything they got right now at the Eclipse. They don't have a choice. They're down 4 goals. There's just about 9.5 minutes left here to play in the third period. They are running short on time here. Not a lot of runway left for them. So they really have to kick up the offensive pressure. And a lot of it right now, Nico, that I'm noticing from the Abu is their offensive entry into the offensive zone have not been great. They're not setting themselves up with that nice clean pass, allowing them to take the quick shots.
And here's a nice clean pass. Gobey shot the rebound, buried by Fournazier as the whiz kid with a big fist pump. He crashed the net hard and he's rewarded for his efforts. And that might be all she wrote as it's now 7-2.
And that's what I'm talking about. They get into the zone and they're set up to make that nice clean pass, whereas what you found throughout the game for the Abu is coming in, for example, on the left-hand side and it's stopping at the top of the face-off circle, not having anyone across the ice to pass to, rather looking back to the point for someone to pass to. They're not creating a lot of good offensive chances for themselves, and that's, I think, one of the reasons why they're finding themselves down 7-2.
Yeah, the Abu have put up a good fight, and they were really strong in the first, but the game getting a little bit away from them now, and it's been a long weekend of hockey for all these teams, but the Abu, I think, are feeling it a little bit more here today as that shot from Marty Dufour just goes wide. Graham Foxcroft picks it up at the near side. Zylak trying to wrap it in, but the lane just cut off at the last second. As the Lightning shuttle, Curtis Ruddle takes the puck into the zone, makes the pass to Fournazier, but it squeaks away, and now it's controlled by Martin Dufour. Dufour dumps it in, where it's picked up by Yann Gobey. I love the comment from Joe's dad, Frank. Fournazier's love mathematics, Joe trigonometry. That's great, Frank. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for tuning in. Folks, let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on. We'll get to some more viewer shout-outs as we do have one more game on the schedule today, and it's the big one. It's the gold medal game up next between the Ice Owls and the Ice Dogs. The Ice Owls trying to go through the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament undefeated. It's a tall task, but they've got a good squad, and we'll find out shortly if they can do it. But for now, it's the Eclipse trying to secure the victory here with under 7 minutes remaining. They lead by 5. James Ruddle and Curtis Ruddle both in the offensive zone. James centers for Curtis, but he was tied up through the slot. We almost had our first ever father-son goal, but that one not to be as of yet, as Julien Blais takes the puck in the offensive zone behind the net, makes the good clean pass to Normand Blais. Puck chipped out just past Butterfield, who was trying to toe the line, and now it's controlled by John T. T smacks it off the boards. Lindbergh coming off the bench, dumps it in. Delayed offside here will give the Abu a chance to skate it out, but we get the whistle on the forced offside.
So just again there, you see the Abu just not getting themselves into position to give themselves the offensive opportunities, right? That pass there, by the time they had a clean pass, they were below the goal line in the offensive zone, rather than having someone sort of burying down into the slot or on the other wing. They're just not giving themselves the opportunities to score goals. They're managing to get those clean passes, but they're happening too late or too deep in the zone.
Gary St. Dennis chiming in with a few comments from Windsor. Gary, thanks for tuning in and supporting Canadian blind hockey. And we hope you're here at the next tournament as Graham Foxcroft tries to play it out front. Zylak tries the wraparound, but Christine Callaghy cuts it off. And now Braden Lyons in a foot race here against John T. Lyons gets to it first. He's trying to make the drop pass to Lindbergh, who kicks it back to Lyons. Braden Lyons at the far side, hash marks, dumps it into the corner for Lindbergh. Centers out front, nice defensive work there by Zylak.
Pretty generous there with the clean pass indicator on that, because that did not look like a clean pass. And I think at 7-2, I think they need to be a little bit more judicious with what they're calling a clean pass for the Eclipse in the offensive zone.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you. It was anything but clean, as Lindbergh actually kicked it back to Lyons, didn't even use his stick, but well, either way, the Eclipse unable to take advantage of that opportunity. Here's an opportunity as Christine Callagay shoots. The puck goes high in the air and dives down right in front of Dave Brown, where he covers it for the draw.
Gary St. Dennis, by the way, he's had some great comments all weekend long.
Yes, he has.
Really knows how to stick the dagger into a guy's heart early on a Sunday. Ole, ole, ole.
Oh, Gary, come on.
After that game last night, come on, Gary. Speaking of questionable officiating, ouch. Ouch.
When I saw that play on the empty net goal, all I could think about was the discussion we had yesterday, where it's like, what does Matthews have to do to get a penalty called against him?
Well, and
that was ridiculous.
And in fairness, at least when they scored the power play goal, and then it was followed up with another power play because of the cross-check from Edmondson on Tavares. That kind of play hasn't been called all year. So I was glad to see that. And I want to give credit where credit's due. But there's still instances where you kind of sit there and wonder, what do you need to do to draw a penalty in this league?
Well, speaking of penalties, Anthony Chula draws one as he got bowled over by James the Train Ruddle. When you get Chula and the Train Ruddle going on the same track, there's always going to be a collision. But Chula and Ruddle exchange pats on the shoulder, and both of them are seemingly okay. But it'll be Ruddle in the box for the next 3 minutes or less.
Yeah, that's a collision that Ruddle wins every time. He's a big guy. And he's a solid defensive player, so he does not give up space very easily.
No, and usually he plays up forward on the wing, but this tournament they've had him back on defense, and he was telling me before the game it's been a bit of an adjustment, but he was happy to do it and happy to be able to get out there with his son Curtis. As the one-timer from Chula goes off a skate and wide into the near corner. Chula gets it back once again. Shot attempt blocked by Fornazier. Chula sweeps it towards the crease. That one just goes wide. Behind the net, Brian Cowie tries to bank it out front. Nothing doing yet. Chula has it now. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third. As Brandon Joy, that one just got across the line. Good save by Oliver Pye to keep the paddle down and track that long shot.
Solid work by Pye, shutting the door there. And back to a situation there where you had a bit of a quick whistle, not allowing for much digging around, but I'm okay with that. I don't really want guys swinging their sticks around in that crease. And, given the nature of blind hockey, and given the nature of the amount of sight of the goaltenders, you want to protect the goaltenders as much as you can as well, while still maintaining offensive opportunities here. 1:53 left in this third period, 7-2 Eclipse, and the Eclipse still playing one player down with Ruddle in the box, 1:30 left in that penalty.
Lindbergh takes the puck in the zone shorthanded. He's already got a hat trick in this one. Lindbergh tries to draw back for a clean pass. Nice work there by Zylak to tie up his man against the boards. Lindbergh shoots! Big save by downtown Dave Brown. That might be his best save of the day.
I love when Brown makes those saves and then just falls on the puck. I gotta know, to me, that's just a throwback to an 80s goalie. So just the description of it, he's basically standing tall and then gets down into the butterfly position. The puck hits him right dead center in the chest, falls down in front of him, and he just flops down on top of it with his arms extended. It's just, it almost looks like it's a meditation pose or something. It's great. It's right out of the 1980s. I love it.
Final minute of play here in the bronze medal game at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. We've got one more game on the schedule. Stay tuned for the gold medal matchup between the Ice Owls and the Ice Dogs. But here in the bronze medal game, it's the Eclipse that are 35 seconds away from claiming third place here in the tournament. As John T has it behind his own net, makes the pass to Chula. Chula trying to wheel out. You know he would love to get one more here late. as Chula kicks it ahead for Julien Blais. Blais carrying it across the line, tries to drop for Chula. Lindbergh there for the interception. 13 seconds remaining as James Ruddle comes out of the box. Turned over as Ruddle gets it from T. He's got Lindbergh going to the net. Ruddle centers for Lindbergh, shot right on! And I believe Dave Brown made that save. Yes, he did, just keeping it off the line. Wow.
That made it underneath his pads into the 5-hole, but he squeezes it just enough to keep the Eclipse at 7 goals. That one landing inches from that goal line, inches from being the 8th goal of the game.
And that'll do it. The final buzzer sounds, and your bronze medalists at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament are the Eclipse. A great tournament for both of these teams, but in the end, it's the Eclipse victorious. The final score, 7-2.
Even first period, Nico, but as that game went on, it was lights out for the Eclipse, both from the offensive side of things and on the defensive side of things. And I talked about it, especially in that second and third period where their defensive coverage was just too strong. They did not allow for very many passing lanes for the Ibu, so there really wasn't an opportunity for the Ibu to respond to the tremendous offense that the Eclipse were putting forward. So that was a solid overall game by the Eclipse, start to finish, from the goaltending to the defensive play to the offense. It really did come together for them. Nice to see them pulling off the really complete game.
And we've got one more game to go here at the 2022 Canadian National Blind Hockey Tournament. And it's going to be the gold medal game up next between the undefeated Ice Owls and the Ice Dogs. It's going to be a barn burner. You're not going to want to go anywhere. And stay tuned as we're going to end the video broadcast and get set for the gold medal game. But on the audio broadcast, we'll throw it back to our friends at AMI with Jeff Ryman